Alright, got the radio kicking here in honor one. I'm on break at work once again. Overtime season is upon us. Overtime season is upon us, and I know that I'm not supposed to have my camera on grounds. In fact, that might be a offense that I could be terminated for, but as I said once and I'll say it again, this video project is more important than my career at Winnebago Mental Health Institute. So I am not on grounds. I'm at let's get the window down here. I am in the parking lot of Fishtails Bait, Tackle, and Coffee. So I don't think I'm breaking the rules. And it's kind of a bummer that I have to drive my car here on my break to speak my piece for my video journal, but it's a small price to pay, I guess, to have steady income and also get to do stuff that's important to me. Like I said before, overtime season has begun. The reason that I'm in this van right now is due to a friend of mine, who I call SSG Man often in my videos and writings and journalings. It seems that everybody that's a friend of mine gets the weirdest nickname imaginable. And today, my friend SSG Man got forced for overtime. He was demanded by the state of Wisconsin to work from the hours of 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. today. And that's a rough thing to do sometimes, especially if you have a family, if you have little kids, if you need sleep. Some people just don't handle the Batman hours like other people do. This is my time. This is my time. I've done 800 push-ups so far tonight. The clock's still running. I want to get my 1,000 push-ups in on the taxpayer dollar today. And I've been doing a little miraculous calculations. I'm wearing my Xbox t-shirt, and I don't know how brightly lit this video is going to be, but I'm wearing my Xbox t-shirt because this is my second shift of overtime that I'm dedicating to buying a new Xbox 360. So let's look at the miraculous math. I earn, with weekend differential and night shift differential, right now I earn $16 an hour. You know, is my dad proud of me that I'm bringing in the big $16 an hour? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But that's what I'm making right now, $16 an hour. Time and a half, when you're on overtime, that gets time and a half. So 16 times 1.5 is that miraculous number, 24. What can I say? I love the number 24. I know a good friend of mine loves the number 24. In fact, I have several friends that love the number 24 for various different reasons. To work 2 shifts of overtime, you would think that would be 16 hours, but that's not true. Actually, an overtime shift on the night shift is 7.5 hours because you get a 30-minute break. So 7.5 plus 7.5 is 15 hours. So $24 an hour times 15 hours gives me a net total of $360. And I think that's kind of miraculous, seeing as I'm trying to buy an Xbox 360. Now, of course, Uncle Sam is going to get a big chunk of that 360, but I think there'll be enough of that 360 left over to buy a 360, and I'm really looking forward to that because I got games to play with my brother Melvin the Mop Boy and a man by the name of Captain Bill. I'm very excited about that. Now, I wrote Captain Bill a letter today. I wrote Miss Popsicle Paws a letter today, and even included some very Neanderthal-like cave drawings. Every once in a while I will illustrate my letters, and that makes things very interesting. But I also wrote another letter today on the subject of overtime, because overtime is a blessing and a curse. It's one of those things at my job, and some people, like, overtime can just destroy them. especially if they don't get enough sleep. So I wrote a letter to a lady, and I'm going to read that letter quickly. Hello and good day to you, young lady. Please forgive me for this random intrusion, but I felt the need to write you a little note today. I remember distinctly you saying that I could write about you, so I'm hoping that it is not a grievous violation to write to you. It is a knock shift, and I am sucking up a force for my buddy SSG Man. This is almost criminal, getting paid time and a half to do something I normally do on my own free time. Right. Now, I hope you are not disrespected in any way when I use the nickname Crazy Cat Lady when I write about you. This lady who I met at the Institute a while back seemed pretty fervently proud of being a crazy cat lady. So hopefully she won't be offended in the least if I use that as her nickname. I wholeheartedly believe that I am at the top of the list of Bago when the question, politically incorrect as it may be, who is the craziest person at Winnebago Mental Health Institute, is asked aloud or otherwise. Heck, I'm the guy that just does 2,000 some jumping jacks on his break in the courtyard. So I'm sure I'm on the top 10 list of everybody as far as eccentric people go. Summer overtime can get lethal. If you find yourself in a bind, let me know, and I can try to help you out too. Night shifts are not for everyone. He also said in a semi-rhetorical fashion that you wish the overtime problem would go away, that someone should do something. Well, the new director of nursing just put out an email asking for ideas to deal with overtime. Do you have any good ones? I do, but I'm never short on ideas. Take care, some guy. So now the question is, am I going to send that letter? Am I going to put that letter into an intra-office mailbox? Because I'm the type of guy that likes to help people out. I just do. And there's been a lot of people that just have come through these hallowed halls, like not the hallowed halls of Fishtails, but the hallowed halls of Winnebago Mental Health Institute, that really seem to do well at the job, but just cannot handle the random overtime that can just throw a wrench into your schedule. Most people cannot work 17 hours and be able to run a half marathon when they're done, or do 1,000 push-ups when they're done. That is not to be expected of a normal human being. And there's a lot of families that have, schedules to keep, and when you're demanded to work another 8 hours on top of a long day, that can just get to be back-breaking, morale-breaking, and heartbreaking all at the same time. So I'm going to have to think whether or not I need to send that letter to the crazy cat lady. We'll see what I think. Just because I write a letter doesn't mean I have to send the letter. But I'm going to head back to work. I am going to eat a salad. And of course, I'm going to try to do 200 more push-ups to get my 1,000 push-ups in before the end of the shift. So, all right, signing off.